Bonjour. We've done a lot of traveling all over the state for about the past 4 or 5 years, and relating to these issues that threaten our water, our air, Mother Earth, our way of life, and everything. I remember on one occasion, we were traveling down to Madison, Wisconsin, to a hearing on AB 426, Assembly Bill 426, which resulted in a blank check to GTAC, the mining company. There wasn't anyone in that entire assembly that could claim authorship of that bill, because it had been written by the mining company. So we were going down. We brought a drum with us. There was Danny Paulus and his son Jerome. There was myself and my son Joe Dan. All of us Medewan people. We were bringing a drum down to sing some songs in the rotunda down there. And we knew that they had a handbook down there that had been written by Scott Walker and his regime, denying people of their First Amendment rights. We knew there would be problems if we went in there and tried to sing some songs. On the way down there, we began discussing certain things about the drum. The question came up, well, why don't women sing on the drum? And it goes back to the origin story of the drum, where these cavalry units used to attack these Sioux villages at the crack of dawn. Kill all the men, women, and children, burn the lodges to the ground, and leave, and go look for another Indian village. Custer was one of those that was engaged in that sort of thing. At this one Indian village, there was a according to what the old veterans here, the old World War I veterans told me many years ago, there was one young lady, in 4 nights, plenty of water but no food, and she became delirious and lapsed into a comatose state. And there were emissaries from the Creator that came to her. And I guess actually she was physically led out of the water and taken to a big hill. And before they reached the crest of that hill, she could hear songs, music. They got to the crest of the hill. You could see where there was a big drum there. And she was given the teachings of that drum, along with all the other accessories. There's another smaller drum, a companion drum that goes with it, that's used for more social purposes. There's a ceremonial pipe that goes with that big drum. There's an eagle feather staff with 28 feathers. A feather at the very top is a white feather. And that tells Tail Feather Woman's story. There's an eagle feather bustle that represents the thunders in the west. That's worn during certain ceremonies, certain big drum ceremonies. there's a big stick that's held by the lead singer on the drum. And so she was given all of these accessories and all of the teachings that went with them, and those songs and those dances and everything that went with Big Drum, and was told to take those teachings to her people, because there was war, there were hostilities and war at that time between the Sioux and the Ojibwe. She was told that this would bring peace between the Ojibwe and the Sioux. And she was to have her people recreate everything that she had seen in the vision. She taught the rituals, the ceremonies, the songs, and the dances that accompanied the vision. And she was told once that they recreated this big drum, the companion drum, and all of these other articles that went with it. They were to take these as gifts to the Ojibwe people. So she organized a caravan, wagons, and so on. And so the first people that she came to were they were moving from west to east, were those Ojibwe people in Minnesota. And then once they were gifted with those, with the big drum and all of its accessories and the songs and dances that went along with it, they were to construct another drum and to pass it on to the next Ojibwe community. And so in that way, Big Drum proliferated. And there's a lot of teachings that go there. And surrounding that Big Drum, there's a circle of women. And that's a very powerful teaching. And so that drum came from tail feather woman to the men. And so the women don't sit on that drum, because that's a gift from the women to the men. If they sat on that drum, it would be like taking a gift back, giving a gift and then taking it back. And so there are many teachings there. And we were discussing all of that on the way down to Madison. And so that drum is like it's in the protection of the womb, that circle of women. So we got down to Madison, we brought our drum into the rotunda. We knew that they had restrictions against that at the Capitol. So I remember getting up and speaking. And I told all of the people there that rotunda was full at the time. I told the people that we brought a drum down here. We're going to sing a couple of songs. And these are not songs of protest. What we're going to do, we're going to sing these songs, and they're going to be prayers for the water, the air that we breathe, for Mother Earth, and all things natural. And so we had our circle of women there. Bardot, were you there? Yeah, Bardot was one of them that was there. And so we sang the first song, and the Capitol Police started closing in on us. And our circle of women held them off of us until we sang that second song. And that's how powerful those teachings are. And so there was a young man from Red Cliff, Sam Morris. He brought his drum down there too, and these young guys don't know all of those teachings. So what happened, he sang a song there, and the Capitol Police came over and confiscated his drum right away and issued a citation. Well, he got it back later. But these teachings are very important. And we have a word in our language, it's called Ogichida. And you know, even in the Sioux language, which is much different than ours, they use the same word, Ogichida. Or Sioux and Ojibwe, the way I understand it. And that's a word for our warrior societies. And we're the last line of defense for those that come in to poison our water, our air, Mother Earth. Those that threaten our people and the four orders of creation. Our children and even those that are yet to come. And so, as we look 7 generations ahead, that's our responsibility to stand against them. And so it's important that we share those teachings, especially with our young people. That's our future. And they'll be the future leaders. They'll be the ones that will stand up and face these issues as they occur. Miigwech, Mayo.